Now we're going to place the eyes. We are not going to cut the yarn because we will continue and join the two pieces. So let's first place the eyes. Like I said, this hour just for your guidance only. Every time I make a different piece, the eyes are always shifted to some point. It's always the same, so don't use it as a definite place, just as a guide. The eyes need to fall symmetrical to the front legs, so they need to be in front right here. So on that row, between row 10 and 11, place the eyes 8 stitches apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure they are symmetrical with the legs. If they're not, you can move them a little bit to one side. So this looks pretty symmetrical. We're gonna place them right here and then secure them with the plastic bags, with these ones. And that's how the body looks like so far. Now I already made one in gray. You need to make one identical, and now we will join them together. First you need to turn the gray part with the wrong side out, and then we will fit it inside the white one. So just match the legs and the tail to the white one, and then we can continue to crochet and join them together like this. So this is the important part. Make sure the legs are matching, the tail are one under another, and we will continue from where we left off on the previous round. And this round it's pretty simple. We will just slip stitch through both layers and join the pieces together. The only thing that we are going to do different is that we are going to slip stitch through the back loops of the white part, so these loops, and the front loops of the gray part. So insert your hook through the back loop of the white part and front loops of the dark side and slip stitch. And then go into the next stitch through the front loop and the back loop and slip stitch again, and so on. Continue in every single stitch, making sure that you are doing it in the same stitches. So if you are slip stitches, for example, in the 3 half double crochet at the top, then make sure they are the same 3 half double crochet at the top in the dark part. So I'll just speed up this part of the video, and I will meet you at the end after you slip stitch in every single stitch around. And this is how it looks like once we slip stitch through the entire round. You will have these white dots on the dark side, and on the white side it's not visible. So now we will move on to make the ears, and then I'll show you how to sew them and how to embroider the face. So let's start with the first round and make a magic ring, and in that magic ring we are going to make 6 single crochet. Just 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And pull the tail of the magic ring to close it shut, and this is your first round. We are going to use again the dark piece of yarn to make sure we know when the first one round ends and one starts, and we'll continue with round 2, and we are going to single crochet in each of the 6 stitches. So make 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is your second round. Now they start to gather at the base, but this is the tip of the ear. It's supposed to be like that. We are not creating a circle right now. And now we are moving on to round 3. Put your yarn, a piece of yarn between, and let's move on to round 3, and we are going to increase in every single stitch. So make 6 increases. So that's 1 increase, 2 increases, 3, 4, and 5, and the last one, 6. And now you can see how the tip of the ear is forming. We're moving to round 4. This one is just a round of single crochet, so make 12 single crochet, 1 in each stitch. And round 4 complete. Moving on to round 5, we are going to start with an increase, and then a single crochet into the next. And this is your repeat section right here. Repeat this 6 times in total. 1 increase, 1 single crochet. I'll show you one more repeat and then move on to the end of the round. So 1 increase, which is 2 single crochet in 1 stitch, and then a single crochet. On round 6, we are still increasing, so we will start with a single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then an increase. And this is your repeat section. Do this 6 times in total, single crochet in next 2 stitches, and then an increase. So I'll show you one more repeat. Single crochet in next, single crochet in next, and then increase. And this is what we have so far. Now the next round is just a round of single crochet, so just single crochet in every single stitch, 24 stitches in total. I'll just jump at the end of the round. And now we are moving to round 8. This is a decrease round, so we will start with a decrease, an invisible decrease, and then 2 single crochet. And this is your repeat section, decrease and single crochet in next 2 stitches. So I'll show you one more repeat and then jump at the end of the round. So a decrease and single crochet in next 2 stitches. And this is how it looks like with round 8 completed. Now we are going to finish up the ear by folding it like so, and then we are going to slip stitch through both the layers and close it. So this is just simple slip stitches through both layers, full stitches like this, and just slip stitch all the way to the end and close this edge. and that's the last one. Cut the yarn, leave a longer tail because we're gonna use it to sew it to the head, and pull through. And this is how the ear looks like. For this pattern you will need 2 ears in white, like these ones, and then 2 more ears in gray. Make those and then I'll show you how to sew them to the head. So we will use the ends of the ears to sew them to the head, but before that use the pins to place them and make sure you're happy with the location. So take the body of the cat and one of the ears and just roughly place it above the eye and pin it in place. Like so. And then one more at the base. Like this. So roughly 2 rows down from the center and parallel with the eye. And this is how we place the ears. This is where I place the ears on the first sample kitty that I've made. So now let's use the tail of the ear and sew it together. I'll show you how I stitch it, and then you will have to do the same with the other white ears, and then on the other side with the darker gray ears. So this is a basic stitching. You just have to insert the needle through the head, but only through the white part. Don't go all the way in and out. Just pick up one of these stitches, pull the needle through, and then through the stitch on the ear. And we are going to pick up the stitches right above these slip stitches. And then back into the head, into the next stitch, pick up that stitch, and above those slip stitches, go behind the stitches on the ear. And you don't have to make these stitches very tight. We will be pulling them tight at the end. So again, through the head, and then through the back of the stitch, and again, and we do this in every single stitch of the ear. Like this. Now we can take out the pin and just stitch in there and through the last one. And you can see these stitches are quite loose, but then when you pull the yarn, they will just disappear one by one, like so. Just make sure you don't pull, you don't yank on the yarn. Just slowly pull, and now you can see it's a seamless joint. You can't see where they were joined at all. And now we're just going to weave in the end and do the same to the other 3 ears, like that. And just weave it in between the layers, in between the white and the gray. Just make a few back and forth stitches and then cut the yarn. like this. Now, like I said, do the same thing to the other ear, and then turn it inside out and do the same with the gray pieces. I'm just gonna speed up the video, and I'll meet you after I finish attaching all the ears, and I'll show you how to embroider the mouth and the whiskers. And this is how the reversible cat looks like with ears on. This is the white version, and then flip the ears back and turn it inside out, and this is the darker version of the cat. Now I will show you how to embroider the face. On a dark one we will have the sad face, and then on the white we will have the happy face. So let's start with the happy face, and this is done with dark gray. Pick up a long piece of dark gray yarn, and let's start at the top of the head. We're just going to thread this yarn down under the eye, and we will start with the whiskers. This is just a way of making sure it will not unravel. So let's just move the yarn right here under the eye, maybe 3 rows below, and then pull until the yarn disappears from the top of the head. Okay, so now we will make the whiskers, and they will be in a ray kind of shape. So first we are going to put the needle through right behind the eye, maybe 2 stitches, and then back into the same place, and that is 1 whisker. Then we will make a straight one and back into the same space, and 1 below and into the same space. And this is how the whiskers look like. Now from the same space we are going to make the mouth partially. So we are going to start at the corner of the mouth, which is maybe 2 stitches inside the eye, and then we need to move the other corner symmetrically in the middle of the eyes. So the same, about 2 stitches in. Let's see. Yeah, it should be fine. So now we thread it and back under the other eye, and we will create the other side of the other whiskers. So now we need to leave this yarn a bit loose. Just form the mouth with your fingers, see how much yarn you need, and then from this point on we will create the whiskers and then come back to the mouth. So again, about 2 stitches out and back into the same spot, then a straight line back into the spot, and then below and right under the mouth right here, like so. All right, so now we have the whiskers and then the loose mouth, and we will just use these stitches to hold the mouth and shape it into a happy one. So where you exited with your yarn, pull it behind the mouth and then back into the same stitch and then down, and this will pull the yarn into shape of a happy mouth, and back into the same, let's see, yeah, back into the same stitch and on the other side. Now under that loose yarn and into the same spot. Let's see if we can make it symmetrical enough, like that. And now last one, under the piece of yarn, that it's the mouth, and back into the same spot. And then we're gonna go through the dark side. And this is your happy face. These are the whiskers, and this is how it looks like. And now, once you thread it through the dark side, you can just weave in the end. Make sure it won't unravel. Put it back and forth a few stitches, and then cut it off. And this is how it looks like. This is your finished reversible cat toy, and I already made the dark one, the dark mouth. Just forgot to push the yarn in the other end. This is how the sad face looks like, and we have the same whiskers but with a sad face on. And this is how you crochet the reversible cat. Like I said, it's made in one piece. I hope you found the tutorial easy to follow. If you have any questions about this pattern, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer you. Happy crocheting!